beautiful people of YouTube, what is up? I know it has been a while. I apologize. It's been over a month. I haven't done a video, probably getting closer to 2 months than anything. Not for any real particular reason, but we are about to have our third child, and I am up to my eyeballs in stress and bullshit. So that's where we're at. I just took a little bit of a pause on making videos. I did need to focus a little bit on the business as well. I found that I was not performing to the level that I think I should have been. And I also was in the middle of redoing my entire website. So all in all, website is not done because, you know, you're never really done with your website. But it is currently functional. Okay, there it goes. Thought the gate wasn't gonna open. It is currently functional. It is starting to gain a little bit of traction on the Google front, and the baby is due anytime in the next handful of days. So I am getting some stuff dropped ahead of time. So pretty much every booking that you're gonna see me drop in this video isn't due for another day or two. But I want to take no chances, and I want to sublet out as few jobs as possible. So if I have the inventory, I'm gonna drop it. And right now I have most of those dumpsters allocated for their future driveway for the next week. So follow me along this journey, have a little bit of fun with your boy Joe, because you ain't seen him in a minute, and we'll get some dumpsters dropped. All right, so we have just loaded up the 15-yarder. I'm gonna drop this one. It's actually really close to the house, which is nice. Two of them are pretty local, one of them's a little drive. The one that's a distance is actually a good friend of ours. It's actually one of my wife's bridesmaids. I guess husband, but in theory she's booking it too. So that one's a little drive for me, but not, you know, not too big a deal. That is interesting. Here, 1 second. I wonder if you guys can even see that. So the van has, maybe their turn lane's gonna go first. I think their turn lane does go first. I'll see if we can see it out the window. This van has built out the back of the doors and has like a whole storage container out the backside. That's interesting. At any rate, so this job that we're dropping this dumpster off at, I actually delivered them. Here, watch, he's gonna go by in a second. Just look at the back, out the back of this cargo van that's coming right now. Watch this guy. What is that? What is that thing? My dude. At any rate, so they have, the person that booked it's actually booked a lot of dumpsters from me over the years. This specific property I dropped a dumpster for probably 2 weeks ago. They did a small little remodel inside type job. And then she contacted me a week ago, asked me, A, if I could get her a dumpster, but B, what it would cost for me to go clean it up. Which I did quote her, and not only did I quote her on the cleanup, but it was they own works for a property management company. The owner of this either company or the person that employs them for the most part owns a bunch of duplexes, triplexes, quadplexes, generally slummier ones. To be honest, they're not the nicest of properties. So I knew cheap was going to be a bit of a concern. I did shoot my shot. I hit a fair number, but not a cheap number. And then a week goes by, I didn't hear anything. She hits me up and says, hey, the guys who I told to go do it first just did it without me really realizing what was going on. They didn't do a great job, and I want you to go in there and do the stuff we talked about. So just kind of one of those funny things. You know, like you could chase to be the guy at the bottom, or you can just honestly shoot your shot. And even if it seems like you're not making the money you think you should, you've got a great product, a great service, all that tied together, but you're just not booking jobs, sometimes you're right and you do need to lower your price, but most of the time it's a confidence thing, and it's the ability to just speak your piece and shut up. So I learned that mainly as it's a sales 101, right? When you present anything that involves a decision that the other party has to make, you say it and you shut up. They actually train you, the first one that speaks loses, right? It's like the art of the negotiation. If someone says, how much does it cost to drive this car home? You want to say, blah, 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 blah. This is what it costs to take that car home. That silence is awkward. Being the buyer, that awkward silence makes you want to make a decision. And generally speaking, people, if they like the person they're in front of, will make the decision in favor of that person, right? So, ooh, buddy. God, driving a gooseneck can be fun. Came really close to that light pole. So, silence is golden. Learn to shut up. That doesn't mean that you skimp on the answering of questions or the giving of information. That means when it is time to actually put the pedal to the metal, that you are not talking yourself out of the deal, which is what most people are gonna do most of the time. The more useless information you put between someone's ears, the more they have to think about, right? You give them the information necessary for them to make a good decision, but other than that, you don't say much. All right, so we're actually at the property now. I'm gonna wait for these cars to go by, and then I'm gonna drop this dumpster. All right, not too bad. I don't think I took that very long. Let's go do another one. All right, so we have just picked up bid number 2. I'm on my way to go drop it. This job I actually got off of not Facebook Marketplace, but one of the Facebook yard sale groups, if that makes sense to you guys. So if you're active in dumpster rentals, you need to find as much advertising as you can for free, which is nice. Advertising in general is good, but free advertising is great. If you want to increase your number of rentals, try to get involved in the local groups. So to give you a reference point, mine actually came out of a group called The Hub, which is a very popular yard sale group, essentially. But it's basically a business referring business group with 30,000 plus members in my area. It encompasses a few different counties. To some degree, but generally it's like my strip of the woods. So really good place to get info from. But if you just go to Facebook groups and just look up, you know, such and such city, buy, sell, trade, or you know, networking, or any number of different things, there's a bunch of groups that you'll find. Some cities have multiple groups. Some cities are going to have another group that gets started tomorrow. So you want to kind of be a part of all of them, but you'll find which ones you like, which ones you don't like. The one that I just referenced, The Hub, is it's the one out of the groups. It's just the biggest amount of members, the most people going to it for the information, because it's not city specific so much as like area specific. So you'll have a lot of competition as well. So one thing I would recommend, just try to get it's not like you have to really go out and create this. It should just naturally happen, but you want to have people that have your back and are constantly looking out for your company and trying to give references for you. And when someone goes, hey, I need a dumpster, or hey, I'm moving, or hey, I'm, you know, any junk removal, I got to get rid of a mattress, my, you know, son's getting evicted, you know, it's like you name it. You want to have someone putting your business in that comment section to co-sign that you are able to get the job done. And then on top of that, you want to be a part of it. You want to be posting the businesses as well on there. And then also, you know, help out your friends and your, you know, acquaintances, stuff like that, people that have businesses local to you that could be a hand. to that person. So I've even referred other dumpster companies when I'm unable to get the job, or I'll co-sign for other competitors that I like locally. I've got some friends that do it as well. I'll like their stuff. I'm not going to put their business name in the comments with my name next to it, to be honest, but I'll like it. If I know for sure I'm not getting the job, like let's say they posted it 6 hours ago and there's been 30 companies already commented, I'll co-sign. This guy's great. This guy's, that kind of thing. It's good to help other people, and what goes around does come around. I'm convinced of that. It's not a 1-for-1 ratio. It's not do a good thing to get a good thing. It's just good things are going to happen to good people. And even if they don't, I just want to be a good person, because what good is life if you're not a good person, quite frankly. So I got I was actually, luckily, I was one of the first people to comment, and then, 4 or 5 other people commented my business, friends, relatives, other business owners, and the customer called me up. It's actually kind of funny, because I have a very high closing ratio on the phone, right? I struggle in the sense that I'm trying really hard to not have to take so many phone calls. I'm trying to push my business into the website so they can do the online booking, and I don't have to answer the phone every 5 minutes. Like, I'm really shooting for all that. But there is a level of this business that you're just a number in a dumpster if you're not someone that they know in person or someone that they talk to on the phone. Now, you do get those few oddballs that just absolutely don't want to talk to anyone. They book at 10:30 at night, and they never even ask you any questions. They just go read the information, say, all right, he's got a dumpster, he's got a price, and here's the information that I need to know to make my decision. That's all great, but that's a very small subset of the population. Most of the people are going to want to physically talk to you on the phone, or they're going to want to have a referral from someone that they know and they trust. And then on top of that, your Google reviews are also a cosign. So if you have a bunch of those, that'll help you as well. So, just find avenues where you can get some work and keep cranking. So this is going to be a fun one. I've left a dumpster. I'm not going to tell you. It's family. We'll call it family. I left a dumpster at family property. I haven't stickered it. It's literally sat here since the day I bought it, basically. And I've just been running the other 5 of the roll-offs. Separate from this one, today is the first day we are going to need it. So congratulations, Joe. We're moving somewhere. But yeah, it's kind of overgrown at this point. Always fun. We got 4-wheel drive. All in all, I do think that this baby is going to come early. We are still technically a week until the due date, but I'm just making sure that everything is good on my end and I don't have to pay anybody else to drop any dumpsters. I'll pick them up whenever, and that just is what it is. But yeah, getting them dropped off or not getting them dropped off is the big deal. Otherwise, so I'll go ahead and get this dropped, and I'll try to give you another update before I finish off this video. But in a nutshell, thank you to those of you who have subscribed. Thank you for those of you who have subscribed over the month and a half that I haven't even put out any videos. And thank you to anyone that will actually take the time to comment and like and show appreciation for what I'm doing. Making YouTube content is not easy. I mean, it's not hard, but it's like, to do a thing on top of the thing you're already doing is not necessarily an easy thing, and then you still have to go sit down and do all the editing and try to come up with a thumbnail and, just create interesting stuff all at the same time. So, thank you for everyone who is involved, and I will try to put out another video soon, but realistically, I probably won't put out another one until the baby is here. Maybe I'll do a after the baby, we're we're picking up all the dumpsters videos. So we'll see. But yeah, either way, let's go get this thing dropped. Finito. We have dropped off all 3 dumpsters. We, in the car business, call that the hat trick. I'm sure that transcends more than the car business, but we have pulled off the hat trick today. We have dropped 3 dumpsters. The last one, as soon as I dropped it, God let light come from above, and a huge amount of thunder and rain, and I drove home basically up until now, where you literally couldn't see 20 feet in front of you. And this really annoying thing happens in Florida, where especially the out-of-towners, but even some of the locals, but especially the out-of-towners, will put their blinkers on and drive slow, and they're in all the lanes, and it's just like, it's frustrating as all can be, because you have no idea what they're doing. Are they stopping? Are they going? Are you gonna run into them? Should you get over? You can't get over because the guy next to them got their blink. It's annoying. Do not put your flashers on in the rain. Just don't do it. Put your flashers on if you pull off on the side of the road. Don't put your flashers on when you're driving in the rain. It's illegal. It is literally illegal, but it happens every time it rains heavy. People are so dumb. Just pull off on the side of the road if you can't drive. Get out of my way. So at any rate, yeah, trailer's empty. I have nothing between now and the weekend currently booked, but obviously there's stuff that can pop up. So we will cross our fingers. Maybe we'll get a couple more bookings, but I'm hoping that baby just decides that it's gonna join us and I don't have to keep doing this for a week and be all stressed out about my drops and pickups, not knowing if they're gonna end up coming at the same time. So I appreciate you guys coming along for the ride. I once again apologize for not putting out more content. I appreciate y'all hanging in there with me. So if there is anything I can do, give me a holler. Until then, have a good one, everybody.